As women, we are told far too often to just go with it. And you know what we don't do? We don't trust our gut. Welcome back, everyone, to our 10-part series on red flags to look out for when you are hiring a divorce attorney. And we are on the final one, number 10, trust your gut. In today's video, we're going to talk about the reason that your instincts are right. Your instincts are usually right when it comes to any big decisions, but especially when it comes to choosing a divorce attorney who you're going to be working so closely with when you're getting divorced. From the first time that you meet this attorney, whether it's their communication style, their demeanor, the way that they're acting, maybe their office staff, maybe it's just their energy. Do not dismiss your feelings about how you're interacting with that person and what your gut is telling you from that first moment. I know coming from a divorce attorney, maybe some of this is not tangible. This is not something that you can quantify on a list. However, women are often told to disregard what it is that they're feeling, what it is that they're thinking, and they're told, no, you need to go down this path. And much of the time, that's exactly what we do. What I'm telling you is when you hire a divorce attorney, you have to go against that normal wisdom. You have to follow what works for you. Now, let's dive into why this is so important when it comes to hiring a divorce attorney. When you hire a divorce attorney, obviously you need to look out for their qualifications and their experience and if their approach matches yours. However, something that we don't often hear is, what are your feelings? What is the energy? How are the two of you vibing together? How are they listening to when you're telling them what your concerns are for the future? These are all things that are intangible. They can't say to you, oh, I tried this many cases. Oh, this is how many years I've been in practice. In the same way that they can say to you, oh, here's how it is that maybe I can help you and how our energy can match. Those are two really very different things. And an attorney is not going to say that to you. Their experience level, how it is that they might be able to help you in the legal realm, that's information they can give you. The information you can take out might be about their energy. How are they listening to you? How are you feeling sitting in the room speaking to them? Those are things that only you can measure. An attorney cannot give that to you. But please do not dismiss this. If the attorney has all of the best qualifications on paper, they come highly recommended from your next door neighbor, and they won somebody the biggest settlement ever, but you're sitting there feeling very uncomfortable, very ill at ease, and not matching the energy and feeling like this person is not right for you, don't fight that. Don't go against what you're feeling only because on paper they look like they might be the right fit. Far too often we are told to ignore that and just follow logic. And in the legal realm, I know that that sometimes makes sense. Remember that this attorney is someone you're going to be spending a lot of time with, and you're going to be divulging a lot of intimate details of your relationship with, and you're going to be talking about your hopes for the future, for your family, for your children, in ways that you're not going to be speaking to other people. They're going to go into your finances, they're going to go into your parenting style, they're going to be looking at your tax returns. I mean, this is someone that is really going to be taking a deep dive into your life. You need to be comfortable with this person. You can't just look at their resume and paper and say, okay, that's the right person for me. It has to feel right. If your gut is telling you this is not the right attorney for you, then guess what? It's not the right attorney for you. Instead of me telling you here what it is that you should be feeling, how are you going to know what that feeling is? Number one, you know what that is, right? You know what that feeling is. Number two, if you're feeling that and then they have this great resume, they look great on paper, and you're not feeling it, you don't have to hire them right then. You can take a step back and you can say, you know what, let me go and consult with other attorneys. Let me take a day, let me take a week. There's no sense of urgency for you to have to do it right away. Take a little time, do a little bit of evaluation, and I assure you that when you take that step back and you start talking to other people, maybe consulting with other attorneys, maybe where your energy does match, you will feel very differently and you won't feel the pressure to hire that attorney just because they look good on paper. And lastly, if you have somebody else with you in the consultation, and often you do because these are scary times and you want to have a support system with you, and that's fine. But if the other person says to you, oh no, I got a really good feeling for that attorney, and you're thinking, I'm not sure if I did, who are you going to listen to? Who is getting divorced? Is it your friend or is it you? Make sure that you're listening to yourself. Don't listen to other people. Don't be influenced by other people because they felt like the energy matched. Maybe their energy did match with them. Your gut Your energy is yours. So while I cannot quantify what it is that you will be feeling and how comfortable you will be with this attorney, what I can do is let's recap the other 9 red flags when it comes to hiring a divorce attorney. Red flag number 1 was lack of experience in family law. If they are talking to you in this consultation and everything else seems right, but they really don't seem like they have enough experience or fully understand the law when it comes to domestic relations law, custody, support, anything that has to do with your divorce, and that doesn't sit right with you, big red flag. Move on. Red flag number 2, the attorney is giving you unrealistic expectations or overpromising something. That should really start making your gut tingle so that you understand that what they're telling you is not matching what the reality is. That should not sit right in your gut. If an attorney is promising you something, knowing that they cannot guarantee anything and knowing that they might just be doing this to kind of get the sale, that should not sit right in your gut. Red flag number 3 that we talked about was poor communication style. When you're sitting in a consultation with the attorney, they should be able to speak confidently with you. They should be able to speak to you about ways that they're going to help you navigate your divorce, and they should be able to answer your questions openly and honestly. If you are not getting that, if you don't feel that that communication is connecting with you, that's a red flag. Maybe you think about moving on. The 4th red flag that we talked about was high fees and low transparency. From the first time that you meet that attorney, your first consultation, you should be very direct and ask them about their fee structure and about how it is that they work with you in giving you information along the way. You should feel very comfortable on paper and in your gut about how you're going to be paying that attorney and how it is that you're going to be receiving updates and information on your case as your case progresses. The 5th red flag that we talked about was the attorney's inability to give you reputable references or testimonials about work that they've done on other people's matters related to divorce, related to custody, whatever your situation is. A reputable attorney should be able to provide you with testimonials or references from other clients. Red flag number 6, unprofessional behavior. Whether the attorney is being unprofessional with people in the courthouse, with your soon to be ex, or whether it's with you. You know from the first time that you meet an attorney if they're being short with you because they're being rushed or they're being pulled in a different direction or they have a very tight calendar, or if it's because there's something underlying that maybe feels like they're being a little bit unprofessional, that they're not really listening to you, that your case is not necessarily a priority to them, even though you're sitting in their office and talking to them about potentially giving them a lot of money. Big red flag. Make sure that you're following your gut. If it seems like they're not being professional, they're not going to be professional down the road. We also talked about red flag number 7, lack of a clear strategy going forward. Once you've had that consultation and you've laid out all of the information, the attorney should be able very easily to give you a roadmap of how you're going to move forward. Nothing concrete. Again, this is very fluid because it really depends on how things are going to change, how your ex is going to behave, or how they're going to cooperate. But a roadmap that provides you with a little bit of clarity as to the next steps that are going to be taken is very important. We also talked about red flag number 8, pushy tactics or very aggressive manners when it comes to your attorney. Your attorney should certainly advocate for you, maybe even sometimes speak up for you when you're unable to. But them being pushy and trying to force you into a position that you don't want to be in, whether it's litigation or signing an agreement, that is a really big red flag. Make sure that you're talking to your attorney about this. And if that is the case, that they're pushing this on you, that might not be the attorney for you. And finally, we talked about red flag number 9, the attorney refusing to speak to you about alternative dispute resolution ideas, whether it's collaborative divorce or divorce mediation. If they refuse to even discuss this with you, tell you what it is, tell them that you have the option to do this. If they don't say to you, oh, here's some options that you have, I don't suggest you do it because I think we're better off here. If they don't even have that conversation with you, then there's an issue. Then there really could be an ulterior motive that they have that is not aligning with your values. Listen to your gut. At the end of the day, remember, you are hiring this divorce attorney to work for you. You should feel confident that they are going to be able to represent you in the best manner to help you create a future that makes sense for you. Not an agenda that works for them, not something that works against your best interest, but something that you can come together to create a roadmap for you. And at the end of the day, trust your instincts. If this attorney is the right fit for you, you will know it. Make sure that you're confident in your feelings, you're expressing them, and maybe write down some pros and cons, because those pros and cons can help you later, even when it comes to sort of assessing your feelings. Thank you so much for joining us on our 10-part series about red flags to look out for when you're hiring a divorce attorney. We really hope that you will subscribe, like, share, and please let us know if there's anything that you'd like us to discuss here on the Divorce Den.